Hello there, everybody. So, Rogue Legend here. Welcome to one of the newest randoms we're adding to the list. This is Warhammer 40k, Chaos Gate Daemon Hunters. I'm entirely for the Warhammer 40k extended for that side of the internet and in general. I am a more casual kind of fan. I did play the games a little bit with my brother, and we just really, fought the bots. He went Imperial Guard, I went Chaos. I already know, heresy, but, you know. I never really liked the boys, really even tried them out. I liked Necrons as well, because I thought they were cool and fun. The whole idea of just, your respawn point is literally a giant mobile fortress that will literally gun down people. It was cool to me. I never actually tried the tabletop. Don't know how I would get into it. And of course there was the Warhammer Fantasy, which is where Blood Bowl is from. So it's kind of adding another Warhammer game under my belt for the channel. It's not going to be a constant thing, as is the case with all randoms. That's a good reminder point, actually. Randoms show up randomly on the channel. Sometimes we'll get a very large urge to play them. And just like with the heroic duelist, it's not gonna... They will come and go as time passes. Will I return to them? Maybe. Will it be often? Maybe. It's all a bunch of maybes. Anyway, to very quickly explain this game, this is XCOM Warhammer universe. Right here we have our barracks, with which we have our 4 main protagonists, followed by our 1 non-main protagonist, or our 3 nons. So, it is the same as it was in, I forgot the game name. Oh no. But it is myself as Jan-Clad Harn, my dear brother Jamer as Kane Harn, our friend Killer Sphere, also known as Havoc Pigeon, who is Mattias Corvain, and Starsky, constant friend to the channel, and he is Starsky Hale. So Starsky is our interceptor. I'm going to pretty much be using this first random to explain a little bit about it.
Hale.
So Starsky here can, his abilities are what we're going to be looking at. But for Starsky in particular,
We are yours to command, brother.
oh, okay, how much? It costs 2 rec. Okay, but I can, that's nice, I didn't really know that. Okay, anyway, so what does an interceptor do? An interceptor has melee attacks that cannot be parried, and they start with 2 extra HP. Cool. Starsky is an interceptor who can teleport. Oh, we could have also made him full on. If you're gonna have an interceptor, you might as well get the teleporting. It's just super cool, guys. Ooh, actually, I might want to start going towards there. We're gonna have to get the night swap, but it's never bad, especially in the case where someone's in danger. Anyway. So, Starsky here, we made him our teleports behind you, nothing personnel kid character. It's for this reason that he is constantly wounded. Oh, I'm sorry, Starsky. I can bump the volume a little bit. Can I augment this? $25's good. 25's good. 25's good. We're all in agreement? 25's good? Good. Anyway. So what Starsky does, what Starsky himself wanted was he wanted to teleport around and slice people up. I'm going to lower the volume in my ear so I'm not confusing. So that's why we started him off with teleporting and super long distance teleporting. I gave him another willpower. We then went over to this side of things where we gave him Hammer Hand, and we just wanted him to do a lot more damage. Yeah, so I hope we're doing you proud, Starsky. Moving on. Oh, okay, so I can see all his stuff here. I didn't know that. Next, we have my dear brother, Jamer. Jamer is our apothecary, and if you don't know what an apothecary is, then... No, I think I can risk it. I'm sorry. If you hear that in the background, you know. You know what? I don't trust it. One moment. I'm going to go into his abilities and, like, stuff. Looks like they never drove too close, so you didn't hear them. Okay, so this is Jamer. Jamer wanted to be our healer, like our superhero. So we gave him the Terminator armor, although he's currently with the power armor right now due to the fact that we had found a really good one for him. I won't stop shaking. Weird. Jamer has willpower up because he needs that for his healing. Whoopsie. Targeted knife within range. Okay, interesting. Anyway. Jamer, we gave him a little bit more in... Well, he can basically inflict a... He will 100% inflict bleed on target. I think this was the starter ability that he had naturally. We gave him willpower, the Terminus armor, and a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly we had him gearing towards his serval skull, which will be making sure that he uses for nice big healing. Yeah, so we'll go equip serval skull there. Jamer also got a better first weapon, which I'll explain that in a little bit too. But yes, he's our healer. He has the I'm gonna stick this in your body and heal you up good. He has the take out enemies better weapon right here. And we're hoping that we can start probably giving him more damage and stuff, but at the moment he's just pretty much he's our medic. He's our healer, he's our cleric. This is Matthias. This is Corvain. Corvain here is our Burgator. And he is our big gun guy. I haven't decided which of these I'd rather him go into more. Personally, I want to go for more generalized stuff, which is why he currently dipped into here for Astral Rain. Oh, it looks like if he uses Astral Aim, it will get, if we upgrade this, Armor Pierce and No Stun and Armor Pierce. Not too fond. But when this knight crits a target with ranged attack, that we do want. So I actually might grab the extra crit damage and then grab this for his next level. And we'll probably start trying to go for more universal things. We do want to keep our boy Matthias as a all-rounder. We haven't gotten any special power armor for him yet. I would like something that would possibly give him more movement or even extend his range for weapons. It'd be hard to see that that's more reliant on the guns. But we're really happy with where he is right now. I believe he's currently equipped with a new... yeah, he's equipped with a silencer. Get it? Like PSI? I thought it was clever. And last, we have myself as Youngclad. It's not a name you're going to see a lot in the channel. I was just trying to think what's a strong Space Marine sounding name. And Youngclad is what I came up with. Youngclad Harn. Youngclad has a halberd. I'll have to get into the weapons more. But he is our Justicar. I don't exactly know what Justicars do, namely. Extra armor with Aegis shield and extra ammo for their equip. Okay. So they're kind of the mixed... They're literally a mobile tank. Right? So I'll go into this and I'll go double back and do the weapons. So, of course, I went for the Terminator armor, because it's just cool. I mean, look at that. Look how sick that looks. Right? Anyway, I first wanted to grab all these to have access to every other tree possible. And of course, you know, just Cybolt doing more damage is good. So I went down here because I wanted to get the Crushing Charge, which is just basically I'm going to run towards you and then try to knock you down to the ground. I would also like to grab, I don't think they have one. Oh, they do, an extra equipment slot. I might grab this during the next level up and then maybe upgrade maybe the health as well. Just give me some more bulk. But my whole idea for this character is just to like have him just run in, be able to tank things, and then either get out or that's when help comes. Now we have 3 backups, whom are the other characters we're not really going to be paying attention to. They're a kind of B team for just in case. Therefore, when Kane and Mattias eventually end up struggling because Mattias doesn't really get into combat due to his slow speed and how his weapon is, and Kane, of course, is just going around healing and making sure that Starsky doesn't die. Now then, the weapons and why we picked them. So you can see here from the armaments that Starsky has a Storm Bolter, a Force Sword, and the Ensign. What do all this mean? First off, let's go into the melee. So the Force Sword, what this does is an auto parry with 50%. Basically, if anyone tries to come and melee Starsky will have a better chance of parrying them. And if he parries them, well, big damage. I actually should have him equipped with something that, you know, let's just do the more damage. Starsky personally wanted a big sword, so we gave it to him. His ranged weapon is the bolter, of which he can only equip. I wouldn't mind giving him the shield, but I think he has to spec into that. I have to double check. Assuming he even can, because there's no guarantee. Like, it might be just a Justicar thing, which I wouldn't mind. But yes. So for Starsky, we can put him, with his teleporting, we like to put him in spots where he can just like run up and slash, run up to a good position and shoot, or even shoot like destructibles and such. Following Starsky, we have, of course, Kane again. Now, like I said, the Deliverer is used for, well, go into the loadout. Jamer's Deliverer is the Narthium? It's a chain injector. Basically, Jamer can chainsaw someone, or he can inject friends with healing. That's why he has that equipped. We also gave him the first better bolter because Jamer can only equip this, which can only do 3 damage. Meanwhile, Jamer's real damage will be coming from his range. That's why he has the Liberator. Now, I'll get into the equip slot stuff after. Actually, we need to equip some Jamer now. Yeah, until we get Jamer's other servo skull, we're gonna have this equipped to him. The specific slot. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Now's a good time to talk about it. So, the war gear. For your Knight's war gear, you have grenades, servo skulls, and just standard equipment. You start off with unlimited Sacred Tear, unlimited servo skull healing, and unlimited standard frag grenades. The frag grenades are especially hilarious because they have knockback. So if there's a ditch, you can literally just send someone just into the abyss, and it's hilarious. The servo skulls are mostly healing, but you can turn anyone into a healer, just like in XCOM. You can have anyone equipped with the med spray to help. I don't know if you would assign someone to be that, but you know. They can also, of course, purify, which is good reason to want to have it. That's why Jamer specifically specs so you can have 3 shots of this. And then there's, of course, the Sacred Incense, which gives you a passive of extra willpower, which we use for all the good stuff like healing and such. But yes, for Jamer's equipment, he specifically wanted the Deliver to be able to heal even when his Serval Skulls are done. Although you could spec them out to be just as much damage dealer, because they can easily get the Serval Skull spot. You know, you can just... Being more damage will help them with that, right? But it looks like they can also... They can also do quite a few things. It might be more... I don't know. Might be better like buffing and defending. Now, for Corvain, who has perhaps the most varied of equipment. So, because Corvain is wielding a 2-handed ranged weapon, he can equip a melee. That's fine, because he can still shoulder tackle, which is always funny. Now, his options are the Psy Cannon, which is good for dealing a decent amount of damage but no stun, 2 clip size, or Overwatching. Now, I know it says, you know, flat. I actually might have never used this. It does the extra damage, costs less, has the less ammo, and, you know, decent-ish range, I guess. The Silencer, which I like, has a nice, healthy range, and I do believe that's because of the weapon itself. Yes, I think the weapon itself naturally has it. I don't think he has any points in it yet, but having the nice extra range helps him out a lot. Having a 4-clip instead of anything less, super useful. Disrupt shot's nice. Scatter shot's super useful and helpful. It's just great. Then is the Incinerator. This is your basic, you know, flamethrower. Go ahead, walk in, and watch things erupt. Now, we did get another one that does drop armor. And this is exactly why I like keeping Corvain as a more situational Grey Knight. You want him to be able to, like, oh, we're going to a very demon-heavy area, if we know. Oh, then we'll equip, like, the Incinerators, because they're going to group up a lot and try to run at us. A lot of range units will keep the, like, Silencer. A lot of bulky units, we can equip the Psy Cannon. And if rough comes to rough, we can always Storm Bolter and give him a melee as well. Maybe give him a staff to help us buff and such. Now, moving on to myself. Why did I equip the Halberd? Well, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Because I'm a Rogue Legend, I like Halberds. It's very similar to Starsky. The Halberd is good at, has a nice, you know, passive, which is First Strike. Basically, when I move, I have 25% chance to strike. If an enemy moves around me, I have a chance to just pop them on the head. Right? And popping them on the head is good. However, my other options were the Falchions, which just, I think, naturally have crit, which is kind of okay, but, like, I don't know, I thought I did more than that. The Hammer, which just does more damage to the Force Strike. It's literally, I'm getting me mallet. The Staff, which, as I was just mentioning earlier, has the chance to give an Aegis Shield at the end of a turn, as well as can, you know, help buff allies. And then, of course, there's this thing which I have a couple of, but no one can use it yet. Which looks like it just has the ability to inflict statuses on people. Mostly vulnerable. Which wouldn't be bad. But as of right now, we don't have access to that. I know that's a super technical side, and it sounds like, you know, all this stuff. I'm just going to show you that this is definitely different from XCOM and such. Because I don't like the series. I do like the XCOM series. I used to watch my dad play when I was little. The super old ones. It was always funny because my dad's awesome. He's a goof. I love him. Right now, we're working on stuff to hopefully... I actually do need to start working on getting another prognosticator. But currently we're trying to get the meditation chamber up and running. And then the funny part about this game is our friend Vakir here, she's not too happy with me. But she'll get over it. I hope. Now for the... Oh, yeah, you can just see everything here. So, how this works. So, the star map here... This is how you play the game. I'm sorry, guys. I like explaining a lot of stuff. Especially if this does turn into, like, a random that I play a lot. I would like you guys to at least know what's happening. So just... Oh, Heroic's playing this again. So currently on this star map right now, we have several locations that we're trying to kind of juggle. So right now, everyone that doesn't have a green spot is basically everyone that's kind of okay. This one in particular, I have dropped a prognosticator on. So it allows me to kind of... It's just useful for like connecting... Just keeping there to keep an eye on things, basically. I think because of that, yeah. So right now, the places that are probably in need of the most help are this one, which already has 2 markers on it. As the whole thing is, we're trying to fight against the plague god in this. And he currently has 2 gnarly fingers in this sector. We're kind of trying to hope we keep clean. The next is that our ship travels to these spots, which is the cause of why some of these have green on them and some of them don't. Now, our resources up here, I don't know what this... Oh, the prognosticators. We have our requisition, which helps us get equipment from missions, as well as increase the chance of getting good stuff once we get a report card. Which I believe you saw down here. Grandmaster report. Our grimoires help us apparently for research speed. And then of course our servitors, which we're using to upgrade our ship and such. Now there are random events that can happen when you're moving about space. Mostly what Jamer suggests is that we stick here because these are good spots to like reach spots. You know, boom, boom, you can get there. The only other spot is right here because it has greater access to these areas. This has greater access to these areas, so... But how you play... I recommend this game if you were looking for that. If this is the reason you were watching this. It's fun. I enjoy it. Compared to XCOM or XCOM 2, it holds up very nicely. For the... I do like that there's... You know, you're going to hit or you're not going to hit rather than 80% chance to hit, you whiffed. And then the damage sometimes feeling random too. This damage is a little bit kind of like that at times, but just the ability to go melee is also super great for me. Anyway, I think I've talked your ear off enough about this, so I'm going to wrap it up here and then next random go into it. And I just want to say thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you if you do. And to that, I just want to say, laters.